What is this place? Brad ignored me and grabbing my hand, he walked briskly towards a vacant table. Pulling out a chair, he mouthed, "Please," at me. I was furious. Scratch that. I was livid. "I asked you a question. What are we doing here?" Just then, a waitress dashed over with a thick menu and welcoming smile. Brad waved her off with a quick, "Just a moment, thanks," before turning to me. She hurriedly placed the menu on the table and walked away without a word. "It's a Chinese restaurant. This is the newest spot in town," he said casually, like I had won a surprise dinner ticket. I knew Brad's sudden charm reeked of an agenda. I should have seen this coming. Without uttering a word, I turned to leave, but his hand grabbed my wrist and held me back. I glared at him. "Don't go, please. Fine. The truth is, the designer has a tight schedule today, but he agreed to meet us here. I just need you to confirm his designs. And they said that this guy is one of the best designers from the big city." "So you lied." My high pitch drew glances from other guests, and Brad closed the space between us with a step. "I am truly sorry," he said, cutting me off mid-sentence. "I figured that was the only way I could convince you to come with me. Dapper, please, I need you." I wanted to yell at him and walk out of that restaurant, but a part of me desperately wanted to see our costume designs and also meet this great designer, whoever he was. I was torn between going home and humoring Brad just to get a look at the designs. "I thought," he continued when I remained silent. "I thought we could eat something while waiting instead of just sitting out there in the car." More lies, my skeptical mind judged, as I tried not to roll my eyes at the insincere words he was spewing. I wriggled my fingers and he instantly unlatched my "When is he getting here?" 2 minutes or 5 max, he explained carefully. Glancing at my wristwatch, I removed my backpack and reluctantly sat down. I was there already, so 2 minutes wouldn't hurt, I reasoned. I watched him flip through the menu while I folded my arms across my chest and played deaf as he threw questions about meal choices at me. Eventually, he gave up and ordered for 2. "I am not hungry for any Chinese food," I said the moment the waitress left. "Come on, Dapper, relax and try it out. Never say never, and who knows? A taste might convince you." "You mean a taste would seal my lips?" I muttered under my breath. I didn't need to be a nerd to know that his earlier session with Mabel was the reason for the whole Chinese drama. But I kept my musings to myself while taking in the ambience of the restaurant. Unlike the unassuming exterior, the interior was a moderate, intimate Chinese theme. The overall vibe was welcoming, relaxing, and comforting. For a new restaurant, they were already doing well, especially since almost all the tables were occupied. It was not as sophisticated as the hotels I had dined at with my brother during some of our trips, but for our community, it was an additional development. The aroma of the strange cuisine being served by the waitress made my stomach skip with ecstasy. So I fell for the temptation and picked up the chopsticks the moment she left. They felt strange, so I dropped them and went for the familiar cutleries. "Listen, Dapper, about what you saw earlier." He paused. Finally, I thought, almost laughing out loud. The man surely took forever to get to the crux of tonight's Chinese drama. He could have at least waited for me to taste the meal. I know what it looked like, but it's not what... I mean, Mabby and I... Mabby? He calls Mabel? The chairman's wife, Mabby? I paused my battle with the chopsticks and looked up to meet his eyes. What I saw in them came as a surprise. The answers I had been seeking were laid bare in them. It felt like looking into his soul. It was not a casual fling, and Brad would never let go of her. I dropped my sticks and pushed away from the table.